I have not been on, haven't been posting a lot. I really actually haven't been on social media hardly at all for the last month or more, because I was fasting, and that was part of something that God called me to fast. So I'm kind of slowly getting back on, and but anyways, I wanted to just share something really quick. I don't know how many weeks ago it was now. It's definitely over a month. I had posted and shared about one of my neighbors, who was bringing my garbage can up to my house after the garbage man would come on garbage days, and I didn't know who it was, although I had a good idea. And I was just talking about, when I shared that, about just looking out for our neighbors, just being nice, just looking for opportunities to help one another. And since then, especially since I have been on a social media break, God's really been talking to me about community and really getting to know my neighbors. A lot of you probably know about the Nextdoor app, which I was on, and I got rid of my account on there because it was so not neighborly. There's just so much negative crap or stuff, excuse me. And those things that it was one of those things where you go on, check and see what's going on in the neighborhood, if there's car thefts, whatever, you want to know what's going on, right? But it became where it was just more negativity, hatefulness than anything useful. So before I got rid of my account, I posted for my neighbors, and I was like, look, I'm not using this app anymore, but my husband and I are here. If you'd like to get to know us, we'll be reaching out to you. You can come and reach out to us, knock on our door, whatever. But anyways, so today, it's garbage day, and I just happened to peek out the window and see who it was that was bringing my garbage can up to my house for me. And it was who I guessed it was. And so I ran outside and real quick, and and of course there's the recycle truck. So anyways, I ran outside and I thanked him, and he lives across the street. He's retired, and we know him, we talk to him, but it made me think, because he lost his wife not very long ago, and I thanked him for bringing my garbage can in for me, and he was like, I've got to do something. I'm at the point now where I need to get out more and just something little, just help my neighbors. And he mentioned after he finishes bringing some of the other neighbors' garbage cans up, he was going to go have breakfast and get out of the house. But it really first of all, I kind of felt kind of convicted, because here's this older gentleman who lost his wife, and I know he's got to be lonely, and like I said, we talk to him and stuff, and he comes over when we're out, and we go talk to him when he's over at his outside at his house. And but here he is making an effort to do something for his neighbors, and I think we all just kind of get caught up in our own worlds because we're all so busy and everything. But I think that we're all so connected on our phones, but we're so disconnected from the real world and our neighbors. And unfortunately, some people are so disconnected from their family, the person sitting next to them in their own home, because they're, on their phone. And I'm not saying like phones are bad or anything like that, everything in moderation. But we live in a world now where everyone is so quick to say hateful things and make threats behind a keyboard and behind their phone. Most people would never say those kinds of things to the other person's face in person. So that's really sad. And the Bible tells us we are to love our neighbors, and that means anyone around us, but literally our neighbors as well. And so I think as things are kind of getting crazier and we're getting more disconnected as a community and as families and people in general, I actually feel like if you're a believer, it's time that we start getting connected with our neighbors, our community, and look out for each other, and not be so, I don't know what the right word is, maybe greedy, looking out for ourselves so much. We need to look out for each other. And I'm sure most of us have neighbors that we don't get along with, or they annoy us, or whatever. And I hate to say it, but that's probably the neighbor we're supposed to love the most, reach out to the most, be kind to the most. So I feel like God just wanted me to share that and just share how we need to be connected with each other more than ever. And what are we putting first? Is the phone, is the internet, is these apps, social media, is this our idol? Because a lot of us have made it an idol. So I know that as for, me and my husband and my family, we're working on connecting more with our neighbors and people. And every opportunity we get out of the house, we put our phones down, we go out in nature. We love hiking and fishing and all those things. But I think as things are gonna get crazier, we are really gonna need each other face to face and person to person more than anything else. And just kind of have each other's backs and get back to the basics of being a good neighbor, being a good person, being a good friend. And so I hope this is all making sense to you as I'm sharing it, but I just think, God's word is always right on point. It's always true. And we just need to love our neighbor, and we need to be the church. We need to be the body, the hands and feet of Christ. And so, anyways, that's what I wanted to share. And it is cold outside, so I'm going to go back inside. But be blessed.